Excuse me. All right, happy Friday, everybody. Let's see if we get everything all. Thought I had it adjusted here, but changed stuff around a little bit. Um, Friday, the 29th of July, last working day of the July. Next working day will be, what do we got? August 1st. Summer's flying by. Happy Friday to everyone. I hope you all have doing well and are healthy. We might give a shout out for some people that are recovering from surgeries. I know Terry Black is recovering. Some thoughts and prayers for her. I heard that Chris Wilkinson, if you haven't heard, Chris Wilkinson had some heart surgery. I don't remember exactly. I don't want to. I think it's had something to do with some stents and stuff. Um, check out his Facebook page, find exactly what happened. But thoughts and prayers for him. He's recovering. Apparently, his surgery went well. Terry's got some surgery that for her blockages in her legs, if I remember correctly, and so might keep them in your prayers. Anybody else? I mean, you're welcome to put any uh, request if somebody's dealing with something. You can put them on here, and we'll keep them in mind. And we have Sig. Good morning, Sig. Peggy. Good morning. You're up in Port Huron, Michigan. That is a nice city. I'm originally from Michigan and Novi area, which is around Detroit, but we had a cabin up between Tawas and Algrays and went up there quite often. Brian, good morning to you from you're up in Chicago. And we moved from Michigan to Illinois. Lived in Bloomington Normal down there in the center of the state. But one job I had was delivering glass to our branches. I worked for an automotive glass replacement company, and we had a branch in Libertyville and Freeport, Joliet, up in the Chicago area. So been up there many times, and used to be really nice, but I guess the South Side is a dangerous place to be sometimes. Okay, Sandy, you're in Greenfield, Indiana. Good morning to you. Once again, for you folks, everybody's on here, it helps to get this out to all our residents and anybody who is part of the Ancient Oaks family. And let's see if I can turn this down just a little bit more. It fell over as I was getting my desk situated here for the live. Uh, hit that like button. Uh, that helps to the algorithm. The more people that like it, the more Facebook will put it to those people that are part of the Facebook Ancient Oaks Facebook page and push it out there. So hit that like button, and I don't think there's notification on this. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like and the subscribe button. They say smash that subscribe button. Oh, Judy, you're here, Judy. Oh, I don't know. I say Klatfelder. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Uh, Carol Peevler, Lucio Connard. Good morning. They're from YouTube. Okay, you're in Nashville, North Carolina. Vicky Smith. Good morning to you. So, like I said, happy Friday. Kathy and I had a couple days off. If you check my YouTube channel, you'll see a couple videos over there. We went up the, see if I can pronounce it, Ichitukni, where that springs is, the underwater springs, or how do you call that exactly? But anyway, where the springs come, the cold springs coming out of the ground, and boy, that water is cold. We went up there on Thursday and spent the day there, and then Wednesday was there, and then Thursday we went over to, I don't know what part of it is. It's above Tampa, but it was called Tree Hoppers, where they have obstacle courses through the trees and zip lines. That was fun, but this old guy is feeling it today. So we had a good time with family. Excuse me. Still got a cough. I think that's part of my years of acid reflux kind of damage the top of the lungs. All right. Don't forget, put any questions in here. Like I said, hit that like button. And we got 20 people on here. Appreciate that. And a little bit of information. This week, those that have been here know pretty much maybe know about this. Those that haven't been are not are all. We've had a couple years ago. We might have seen one or two red-headed agamas. Very rarely. They were just maybe one or two. And this year, apparently, they have many offspring, and we are inundated with, have been inundated with lizards. These red-headed agamas can go, I think, to a little over a foot long. They get pretty good size, and the curly tails also get to be good size. They don't get quite as long. They're maybe 8 inches. I hope I'm kind of guessing right, about 8 inches. But they very prolific. They breed apparently very often or whatever, and they will, as a couple residents had them climbing on their houses, making all sorts of noise, and then they poop everywhere. And that's so we had A&B Reptile Service come in and trapped, getting close to maybe it's almost 100 of them. There's still a lot left, but anyway, this is all we're going to do for this week. And they also caught more cane toads. We did have a group come in, and we may have another toad hunting party coming up, because the toads are poisonous. If one of our little dogs attacks one of the toads, and they get enough of the poison in their system, it can kill them. There are many dogs die in Florida every year from biting on the toad and getting that poison that they secrete from the glands behind their ears, and die. I almost lost one of my dogs. 3 of my dogs have bitten on toads, and they had a problem, but one this is the smallest dog, and the dose it got, we were really worried about it, but Munchkin pulled through. So anyway, need to get rid of those toads, a big infestation of them. Plus, they poop everywhere. It's a mess. Yes, you can just wash it off, but it's a big mess, and tracks, and it can be salmonella. Track it into your house, because much of the lizard poop does have that in it. Especially, we don't have that big a problem with infestation of iguanas yet, but that's one of the reasons why they want people to get rid of iguanas around residences, because their poop does, much of it has salmonella in it. Okay, along that line with wildlife, do not feed alligators, period. If we, and I think it was reported to me that we have a small alligator in here that is not afraid of people. In fact, it goes up to people because it thinks it might be getting a handout, and because that would be from being fed. And we're going to have to remove it, because as it gets larger, anything humans will be associated with food, and you're walking your little dog. You can see many videos on YouTube from Florida residents trying to rescue their dogs from an alligator. So don't feed alligators. They become accustomed to humans, and they will have to be removed. Also, for the ducks, do not feed the Muscovy ducks. If you put food out on the ground, it'll attract mice and rats, and you're not supposed to do it. And once again, they leave poop everywhere because they're not afraid of humans. They'll be up on people's car porch and decks and porches, and nobody likes that poop, and have to clean it off. So that's enough on that. Another big item, our audit that was performed in March, the county accountants got the audit completed and approved, and it is available on the website. You can read it there, or if you want to come to the office and get a copy, we have copies for you in the office. It went very well, they said. They are impressed with our accounting department, Tammy, and all that we do to help her with the accounting. So they said was very well with taking care of stuff, and there we are. So appreciate all the work that Tammy does at keeping our books correct, and uh, we're very transparent. You want to come in, you need to come in and see what goes on and what we pay out. We have it available, and it is we are very cognizant of taking care of your money, not overspending, but yet we have to keep things in good shape. We can't let something start deteriorating. As they say, an ounce of prevention prevents a pound of cure. And along that line, I do have right now, we got 3 bids that need to be approved. Air conditioner crapped out on the billiards. We kind of put it off for a while. That one we could put off till it really needed to go. So with the billiards one, we got that approved. Our well number 1 pump and head needs to be replaced again. It is not working well, so that's going to need to be done. Of course, then we had the board meeting about our pool deck and money there. And along the line, that's to keep our infrastructure good and everything up to snuff with our system. If everybody remembers, it was a little over a year and a half ago, we had lightning kind of burn up our generator and a few other item equipment items, and we had to use the reserves to replace that generator, and we spent about $45,000 to replace that generator. So we had to go into reserves and uh, get that generator in here and get it going. Found out that that was covered under our insurance, so we made a claim. It took a fair amount of time for it to be processed, but we did get our $45,000 back. That'll be going back into the generator reserves. That will also mean that our generator reserve line item will be fully funded. We won't have to put any more money in that, and so that will help with funding other things in our reserves to keep once again the money there. So if we need something taken care of, uh, no special assessments. It's taken, you're not surprised. We'll definitely try keeping away from special assessments. That means having some money on hand. Uh, we need to be able to pay our bills, be able to pay stuff out, and have money available. So we don't want to run, like I said, the operating account on bare minimum. That's not good financial sense. So the accounting and our lawyer says we're doing a good job there, and we need to continue doing that. Okay, a couple more people jumped in here. Good morning, Carolyn and Sharon Skinner and Charlotte Weaver Jones. Good morning to you. That was on the generator reserves. Now here's something a couple years ago. Many of you that are residents, some of you are new and may not have heard of this, but a few years back, or actually a little bit further back than that, uh, when the documents for the condos was created, in there was language that we could restrict and control the how you want to say residents of the community. Not so much that we needed to, but the fact that we had the power that if somebody was a very much of a detriment to our community, that something could be done about it. And we wanted to, when people wanted to come in, they would have to kind of meet that bar of whatever it was. And they would talk to residents, and they had to be approved by the board. Basically, you had to be approved by the board in order to come in. I believe it was in I forgot the year, but anyway, the Fair Housing Act. The year slipped me. I'm wanting to say 1998 was the year, but anyway, it could have been a little bit earlier than that, maybe 1996. It was called the Fair Housing Act. At that time, they took out all the language in our documents and changed it to reflect just what the Fair Housing Act said. And they took out the approval process of people coming in. We can't discriminate, unfairly discriminate, but we can, that, uh, what we had before just allowed just some control of people renting and then people buying in, that they had to meet the requirements and be approved. Right now, as our legal documents, we don't have that, and it has presented a problem, and probably present a problem in the future of how do you say it, a renter coming in and us not having any ability to say no, they can't be here. So we may have to get a committee together and try. Robert, our lawyer, has told us that what we need to do is get that amendment. There's been some a little bit more clarifications on it since then, a little bit change in the language, but get that amendment on a ballot again and get it sent out and taken care of. We need a 66 and 2/3 positive vote in order to change it. I think there's been enough of a people realize now why we need that, and maybe hitting people up for you to volunteer, because what we'll need to do is give us enough of a time where the ballots will come back in, and if somebody has not returned the ballot, be able to contact them and get them to turn that ballot in so that we can get this change in our bylaws uh, taken care of, so that we have just a little bit of control who can be in the park. Right now, I cannot uh, trespass somebody or ban somebody from the park. I have no legal, uh, if they're a guest of an owner or an owner, we have no way of keeping somebody out of the park if they need to be kept out of the park. So there is that. Along with that, and the other night when we were out toad hunting, and I forgot to warn people ahead of time, we had a group of one, two, three, four. There were six of us, and we were going around flashlights and going around units trying to collect all these poisonous toads. I forgot to warn people ahead of time, and like, what's going on? And they came out and checked us out, and that is very good. That needs to be done. Just always be careful if you're checking out something. Keep your distance. Make sure you're uh, safe. But and don't be afraid to pull out your uh, phone, take a picture, and you can send it to me. If you see something going on in here that needs to be taken care of, or you feel is a little sketchy, take a picture, send it to me. Make sure I have a date and time and what feels wrong. But anyway, we'll do our best to see if we can get that taken care of. Manager at aoaks.net. That's some reason that is really hard to tell somebody that when it says AOAKS, hard to get it right. But anyway, aoaks.net. Manager at aoaks.net. Not too hard to remember. Get stuff turned in. We need to keep, basically, it's a neighborhood watch. We need to keep our community safe. We do the best we can with video surveillance, not surveillance, but videos, yeah, surveillance, uh, and lighting, and with the control. But it still takes everybody watching over it. If you do have internet at your house, it would be helpful if you put cameras out front on your driveway. And okay, check what we approved in 2000. Well, at least as far as I know, Joel, on that, I remember it was in 2005 we tried to change the ballot or have that passed. It didn't get enough votes to pass, from what I understand, and so it did not get put in our documents. But I'll double check on what might have been, and we'll go with that. But anyway, oh, lost my train of thought there. But neighborhood watch type thing. They need if you can put a camera up, that is one of the best ways of. And so there's these new high definition cameras. You can get a pretty good picture of stuff. The best way to avoid, don't be an easy target. We said before on your golf carts, make sure that the common key doesn't work. If the common key that for all the club cars or whatever brand of golf cart you have, they all just have one key unless you've changed them out. Lock them up, tie them down, have a camera on, put motion lights on the front of um, your house, and we'll see what we can do to make sure that nothing happens in here. All right, that's pretty much what I have. Thanks, Joel, for jumping on there and putting that question in. We'll look into it, but at least from in our conversations with the lawyer, we don't have anything right now that allows us to have a little bit more power over who we allow in here and who can be in here, which is going to eventually be important. Chris is sending me some. All right. Well, Joel, let's get together on that. Let's see what's going on and let's find out. Because that's the information I have. If it's wrong, we will definitely. I'm sure it'd be great to have that the power of being able to say that somebody cannot come into the park, especially if they've already done something in the past that has been illegal. All right. Any other questions? Anything else that we need to discuss here? If not, I'll get going, and we'll see you next Friday on the this. And if not, see you in the park. And just all have a great weekend. Take care. Everybody stay healthy. Watch your diets. I'm still trying to lose my weight. Let's all try to be healthy. And catch you the next time around. Okay, you're not in here, Joe. Okay, very good. We got plenty of time. If it's not taken care of, we'll get it taken care of. But we'll see what we got on that amendment to the or what do they call it? Yes, it was ballot amendment. So great to have everyone here. Up to 25 people. I know we get views later on. Don't forget to hit that like button. And thank you very much. And I shall see you on the next go round. Meantime, live long and prosper.